Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back to On the Road Adventure.
And welcome from sunny Bosnia and Herzegovina. We slept pretty much right next to Kravica waterfalls.
And it has been an amazing place as well. We can't believe some of the accommodation you get here for like 30 euros a night. It's ridiculous. In other news, we have a Phaser 1000 there, joined us from Romania. And it looks like they just dropped all their clothes there and decorated the bike with it and went inside. Strange approach. So it is another beautiful sunny day here in Bosnia, surrounded by fruit trees, olive trees. It is fantastic. We are off today to see something that we haven't seen for a long time. We are going to see the sea.
Oh yeah, close the gate.
Now, when it comes to coastline, Bosnia got a little bit shafted really. Croatia got almost all of the coastline, but for some reason they did get one sneaky little bit. We'll show you on the map how that looks like. But that is where we are heading. It's rude not to. Let's see how good Bosnia's beach is. This is some old bridge we're on here. Looks like a Meccano set. This is, believe it or not, a two-way road. We do have right of way on this bit, but not a single car stopped. We probably could squeeze through there, I'm sure, but much better to wait when you have such little faith.
It's interesting how the landscape kind of changes when you go from north to south of Bosnia, and it does look slightly different. I can see more empty properties down here than we saw in the north, I think. We haven't had much food yesterday. Ooh. I think that people have a habit here, when they see someone they know, they just beep, whether it's on a scooter, motorcycle or a car, and I'm like, oh, did I do something wrong? But I think them two guys knew each other. Yeah, I am hungry, and I'm not sure what the options are other than the bakery, to be fair. But I think we should stop soon and have something to eat and drink, because I feel malnourished from not eating very much yesterday.
There is absolutely no way any of them are going to believe that either of us are malnourished, Eva. A little bit peckish.
I might not look it, but I feel malnourished because I ate pretty much nothing yesterday.
It's just beautiful here. You never ever get bored. I don't know how many days we've been in Bosnia now, but I'm just so keen every day to get up and go riding, and you just see something different every day.
I much more enjoy the smaller roads because you feel like you get in a little bit of a feel of the country instead of having that industrial view everywhere. So I much prefer these roads we are on, like the yellow ones. I think the more numbers the better.
I am amazed that we haven't seen more motorcycles on the road. I mean, as far as we can see, Bosnia is a fantastic place to come touring and riding your bike, especially this time of year. I mean, we're mid-September now. The weather is glorious. It's 28 degrees. The roads are empty. The food's great. Scenery's great. You got mountains and waterfalls and canyons and twisties. The people are amazing. For me, Bosnia has been fascinating, even just looking at all the old vehicles and things that they're still running. You know, this is a completely different trip to, I don't know, going to Spain or the Pyrenees or the Picos, you know, the things a lot of us are guilty of doing year on year.
September is hot enough to be here. Some days are even too hot. 28 degrees, 30, that's perfect for me. And if you come here in like a peak summer, it gets over 40 degrees, so I wouldn't probably enjoy riding in that so much.
Riding through a bit of a nature reserve. I was looking at this area on the map earlier on, and there's a huge lake going through, and it's really popular for, I think they call them twitchers, people who like bird watching, that sort of thing.
Not only from the drone, but we get to see the lake from the top of the mountain here. Really good twisty road up here. The only thing that baffles me is the amount of rubbish and empty bottles and glass bottles on the side here, and I just don't understand, why would you chuck the rubbish out of your car onto the side? And there is quite a lot of rubbish altogether on the streets in Bosnia, and I'd like to understand why. What is it? Is it the mentality or the lack of infrastructure?
There is a lot of rubbish at the side of these roads, and I can't believe that many people are travelling along here. I mean, there are cans and bottles absolutely everywhere. I mean, I could just stop at a random point here, guarantee there will be rubbish there. You know, and we're all about balance here. You know, Bosnia is amazing, but that is clearly a problem they have here. Even when we were off-roading the other day, we stopped on a bank, looked down the bank, and there was bags of rubbish and stuff just tossed down the bank. So I'm not convinced it's people driving. Maybe they just don't collect the rubbish often enough here. I don't know. A real shame though. We were just asking ourselves, why is it that we're going to the only bit of coastline here, and there's nobody else around them on the really crappy road going up through the mountains, and then it comes to the top of the hill and we turn right, and just look at the difference in the road. Absolutely immaculate new road. Tunnel. Oh wow, this must be new, because this is the first tunnel where you've got these extractor things that push the air through. That's something else we noticed in Bosnia. When you go through the tunnels, the fumes just sit inside the tunnel, just not moving along. Luckily though, they're usually very short, so it's not really a problem. This has been the most amazing bit of road. Nice to get a bit of air through the vents. We've been flying along through here. The road is absolutely perfect. Oddly, it looks a bit like remote Spain in this area, very hilly. Another concert hall provided. Lovely. We just arrived in this town here, Neum, or something along those lines. But look at all these properties. Suddenly everything looks new, and yeah, proper nice apartments, nice motorcycles there. Motorcycle bar, I think. This place looks beautiful. Well, once again, who would have thought? This is Bosnia.
This is the only tiny beach that Bosnia has. I was reading a little bit about it, and just historically, Bosnia didn't have access to the sea. This is more like a bay type thing, so but
no
they
sand
cannot
there.
build a port in here, so obviously the access to the sea is very restricted, and most of the access to the sea is reserved by the Croatian, as the country stretches all along the coast.
So pretty much what you can see from the bridge down the road to all the hills around us on the other side is Croatia. But this little bit, this is all they got. But I bet they're grateful for it. You can tell, actually, they have made the best of it. Just look how beautifully clear this water is. It's unbelievable. I can see straight to the bottom. But if you're not happy seeing straight to the bottom with your own eyes standing here, you can always rent this submarine and get somebody to take you out. I bet that's an interesting experience. Well, as beautiful as this place is, sadly they are not serving food here, so it was a bottle of water and a recommendation for another restaurant to go to. Must be a real treat for Bosnians to come here in the summer and sunbathe and have an ice cream and relax. Oh, it's a real treat for anybody. Really nice place.
Well, it must be easy enough to cross the border into Croatia anyway, if you need some of holidays like that. Definitely. Did we come from up there? Police car coming. Keep going straight now. No, next one. Police saying hello. Look at that. Maybe he's got a bike himself.
Right, Laguna. So this is where the lady said we should go and find something to eat.
Is there any parking?
No, of course not.
Oh, it's a shame. That's like absolutely zero parking. I guess we'll have to pass. To be fair, I could just do with something from the bakery, something quick, and then crack on with our day.
Well, you're in luck. I saw a bakery just now.
Yeah, behind us.
Nah, obviously. Doing a U-E here. Well, you can't believe it. We did come back to the bakery I seen, and it is of course closed. I think it's out of season here, which is fair enough, but you know, there's a bar coffee shop thing going on there, but there's nothing on offer there either. It blows my mind. It's absolutely gorgeous and stunning here and hot. You would think people would be flying in from cold countries like the UK and coming here on their hollybobs. Well, we have given up now with the restaurants and that, so we are hoping to find a supermarket, or to be honest, absolutely anything at all we can find. Oh look, fruit and veg shop. What is this hanging off his umbrella on like a string thing? Dried figs. According to the bike, it is a nice and toasty 34 degrees. I'm not going to lie, we are feeling the heat a little bit today. It's absolutely fine when you're moving, you get the air coming through the vents and everything, spot on, but standing around for any length of time in the sun, if like just now at the shop there's no shade, absolutely cooks you. Because Bosnia's only beach is sandwiched in between Croatia, we have to go back through exactly the same way that we did until it opens up again a little more. And then we're going to go off in a new direction at an area of Bosnia that we haven't yet explored.
And finally we are back where I like it most. This village twisties. A bit dodgy because you can't see really far. Oh, what's going on there? Roadworks. Yeah, but this is much more engaging riding and I absolutely love it. I am still looking for the figs. I was hoping that there would be loads of people on the side of the road selling fruits, which they are, but none of them are actually selling figs. And I have no idea why. Maybe this is not the correct season for them yet, or it's too late to buy them now on the fruit stalls. So I'm not entirely sure about that. I'll try to find them in the next town. If they grow absolutely everywhere in the private gardens, maybe there's just no point selling them on the villages. So yeah, I hope I'll have more luck in the town. That looks like proper uphill. What's going on with this road? Nice and steep. Wow, it just looks great. We can see another lake down there. You wouldn't think there'll be another lake in here. Everything looks absolutely dry and sandy and rocky around here.
We are on the most remote road. The landscapes here are just absolutely spectacular. Absolutely perfect roads, nobody around. We passed through one or two villages on this road and all the houses look completely empty and abandoned. There's nobody about.
And I did not expect to see all this good mountains around us. I bet there is a lot of off-road that we haven't even touched. I don't know how high we are right now, but the temperature dropped about 5-6 degrees since our last stop by the sea. But this feels much better. It was a little bit too hot for me down there with the full gear.
Well, the road appears to have disappeared. Well, I can see some diggers and trucks and things up ahead, so must be laying down some new road. Not a problem for the Teneres though. It's a nice van. Can you believe that this road is still open to traffic? There's a car coming down behind us. This will be shut in the UK for sure.
I don't think they have very much choice in it. That's the only way in and out, I guess. So you either put up with this road for a few weeks or you don't leave at all.
Yeah, interesting that. We were looking at our footage riding off road the other day where I came off, and it's amazing when we look back at it just how easy that looks. And we thought that as well, you know, when we were looking at other people doing off-roading on YouTube. We can do that, why are they struggling on that? We could do that. But yeah, when you get there you realise it is much harder than the GoPro makes it look.
It is very loose gravel though, not as easy as it looks.
Well, road's back.
That's it.
There you are. Slow up for Farmer Joe here. His vintage tractor. Let's go around him. Massey. Bosnia is a crazy place. It feels like you're going through different countries all in one day. The scenery changes so rapidly. What have we got growing here? Apples, I think. It's literally a couple of minutes later and now we find ourselves going through this huge expanse in the middle of nowhere, just growing all the fruits and bits of farming going on, surrounded by these mountains. I had no idea we'd be treated such spectacular views day in, day out riding it. I will be very sad indeed to leave Bosnia, but leave Bosnia we must, because for all we know the next country could be equally as amazing or better. And that's the thing about exploring, is you have to go and see, and we want to see it all. But sometimes when you're somewhere and you think, you know, this really is a bit of me, I really do love it here, it's almost a shame to move on. I could happily do another lap of Bosnia without a doubt. That was a snake in the road, definitely. Was it alive? That is our first definite sight of a snake. I was thinking to myself earlier on, actually, I'm surprised we haven't seen more. Wow, this place really delivers. And you know, the amazing thing about being here is it really doesn't matter what kind of biker you are, whether you like a Harley Davidson, sports bike, off-roading stuff, there is roads here for absolutely everybody. It feels super remote where we are, and it often feels like that, but you're only ever, you know, an hour or two from the nearest town where a nice warm cevapi bread thing is waiting for you, or some other amazing meal. Great accommodation, and all of it is so affordable. And I'm not sure if I've said it today, but I fucking love my Tenere. What a road. I haven't had so much fun, well, probably since the last amazing road in Bosnia, in fairness. But it always feels like the best day ever when you're out on your bike in the sunshine, riding amazing twisty roads, the very best scenery. That Black Widow exhaust I got with a carbon tip, it sings a lovely tune through here.
We just rode the best sweepy bends I've been on since, I don't know, Pyrenees. And we are approaching, where are we going? Treb. Anyway, we just saw a castle and we have to stop to look at it. It's more like someone's house. That is fancy. Really fancy. I'm not even sure it's actually finished. You can't see the windows. It looks like it's all boarded up.
That's amazing. And Eva's quite right. The road that we have just ridden, which ironically is called the M6, has been absolutely epic. This the fastest sweeping bends with no traffic. I mean, we stopped early, you see there's nobody about, with the most amazing views alongside these mountains and that. Honestly, I'm beaming from ear to ear. I could honestly, we could turn around and ride that road back the last hour or so. Absolutely fantastic.
I had so much fun.
That did result though in a limited amount of footage on that road for you, I'm afraid. This place is brilliant, you know. I really like Bosnia.
Right, we reached the town that starts with the letter T. I put it on the screen. I absolutely forgot what it's called. I've remembered it all this time, but now I don't. And we're trying to find the center so we can chill for a coffee or something, and possibly find where we stay in tonight.
That wall in front of you is the old town city wall, is my guess, because there's a little O over there that goes through into the old town.
I was just going to say that this town, it's got 260 sunny days a year. It does sound like a lot, but that means 100 days a year it is absolutely raining, so not so good.
Well, we only had a brief stop just now in the town while we used some Wi-Fi here to KTX, and yeah, we've looked up somewhere to stay. Airbnb, quick and simple, ridiculously cheap. I love Bosnia. I don't know if I said that today. So we're on our way there. We've decided that we're actually going to stay at this apartment for a couple of days because we need to catch up a little bit, which means that we can revisit this lovely town and come and have a little look about. We're lost trying to find the Airbnb, and we find ourselves at this tiny cul-de-sac, and we asked the man who asked his wife shouts over the road to the neighbours, who all come outside because one of them speaks English. Took my phone off to connect it to Wi-Fi, and now somebody's got in their car and they're going to lead us to this Airbnb. Aren't people amazing? Can you imagine asking for directions in our city and somebody jump in their car to help you and will drive you there? It would just never happen. Yeah, so our navigational issues are because the phone doesn't work here. We bought a local SIM card which hasn't been fantastic, and we're not entirely sure. Maybe it's run out of date or something now. It doesn't seem to be working in this area at all. Turning right here. She seems to know. Where are we going? In here. Oh, okay. You got the phone. Thank you very much. In here. Well, here we are. Our Airbnb. We're about to go in and find out what £22 a night gets you.
We are in the Airbnb. We got all of our stuff upstairs, which was a bit of a trek, but the views are absolutely brilliant. Before I show you inside, I want to show you what we've got growing just here in the apartment. Again, we've got some pomegranates growing right outside our apartment. There is some figs, apples, and I stepped on one earlier on, a kiwi. A kiwi's growing here again. It's getting dark, but you can still see they're all growing. They're still really small and really tiny, so they probably still need a month or so to grow properly. All of this space here is ours. Sleeping bags are ready on the bed. We do like sleeping in them. Got lovely kitchen area, another bedroom with 2 single beds, and a bathroom.
Well, that's it from us today in this lovely apartment. We're going to get our heads down, enjoy the luxuries that we have here tonight, and we'll see you in the next one.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.